Hi, my name is Michael James, and I want to talk to you about the Hollywood Winner's Circle. The reason why is because I am a starting actor who is tired of struggling. I think we've all been there where we've spent hours searching online, looking for information, trying to find every scrap, every piece of information about the business and where to get started. If you're like me, you've been there many a time where you've seen someone else who's gotten success or gotten that first opportunity and you just said, I would do anything. I would do whatever it took to get there. I want that opportunity. And so that's where the Hollywood Winner Circle comes in. So I first found Wendy on YouTube, like most people, because I was looking into just whatever tips, tools, techniques I can find off of YouTube to help me improve my craft. I looked at every single one of her videos going back for years about acting because, I'm serious. I want to see what this could. She mentioned the Hollywood Winner Circle a couple times, and I was just kind of curious about it. But I was still hesitant because, there's so many people in the Hollywood industry trying to give you answers, trying to sell you answers, but they don't really deliver on anything. Hollywood Winner Circle actually goes into the business side and it actually breaks things down. So if you're looking for an agent, it's not as simple as just apply for an agent because you want to make sure that your package is right. Because if you come with the correct package, agents will be interested. They'll say like, hey, this person knows their stuff and potentially call you in. And so for me, I didn't have an LA agent. I didn't have a San Diego agent. I was still struggling, just trying to figure out how do I get my foot in the door? Because you don't need an agent, but an agent can be very helpful to open doors that and get to submissions that you want to get to. And so when I finally got sick and tired of trying to do this myself, I decided to sign for Hollywood Winner Circle. So for me, the things that I learned in it were going into besides the business, going to headshots. I stepped my headshot game up substantially. If I could show you pictures of my first headshots from last year, from 2019 to when I got Hollywood Winner Circle, like you can see a night and day dramatic difference because when you go to someone who knows what they're doing, when you stop getting the advice of your friends, family, or other actors who are just starting out, who don't really know what they're talking about, like it steps your game up to actually see this is what a good headshot photographer looks like. And to know, like, here's a sample list. This isn't a comprehensive, although she does have a rather extensive list of headshot photographers, but that way you can just see, hey, this is when you see the difference of what your headshots look like and what a professional's headshots look like and like side-by-side difference, who would you call in the room? Would you call yourself in the room based off of, hey, you got your friend with the DSLR to take some headshots and they're kind of blurry, they're glamour poses, they're not like, Wendy Alane Wright goes into why you need proper headshots. So besides that, what about your lighting setup? Let's say your headshots are A-okay, you've done everything you need to, and you're starting getting self-submissions. Do your self-submissions look good? Because you may be a phenomenal actor, but if your headshots and everything gets you into the door and you finally get that request or that C-mail on Actors Access, which we all love getting, but your quality but your self-tapes look terrible, like they're not even going to press play. First off, you want quality lighting. You need to know, hey, what's the difference between 3-point lighting or 4-point lighting? Or what can you do given the lighting that you have? Because do you need to buy lights? Not necessarily, but you need to know what look you're trying to achieve. Okay, so you have the lighting down, you have the head. Okay, what about your meeting a manager? Do you know what you want to talk about? Do you know what you want to look into? Do you know the questions to ask? Because trust me, or an agent, because that's the most tense part. I got the call, what do I just say yes to everything? What should I talk about? You don't know because if you've never been there. And then also for the people who have been there but haven't found the success that they wanted or they haven't seen the progress that they wanted. Like I've known people who are have been acting longer than I have, or they've had an agent, they've gone on some auditions for major films, but then they don't know the business side. They don't know like the professional business side. Maybe their first agent did well for them, but so that's why they're going to be not sure if, hey, maybe, I don't know, is Hollywood Winner Circle for me? Do I even need this? Yes. And that's why. So going into not just the self-tapes, not just the headshots, not just the photographers, the looks. What is your look for? What did you pick out your wardrobe? Did you find something that's complimentary to you? What was going on in your mind when you posed? When you were making those shot? Did you have that blank deer in headlight look that says, I have no thoughts going on behind the eyes? Or did you think of something? Did you have a smile? Did you have a smirk? Did you have a thought going on in your head? That's the type of stuff that she goes into. What about, so you are on to the audition. What do you need to say? What should you not say? Hollywood Winner Circle goes into the business of acting. Unless you are everywhere you want to be as an actor, you need this. Like, straight up. I don't know any other way to say this. I mean, there's people who you can try to find bits and pieces of it, but the nice thing is there is a step by step progression that you can go through at any point, that you can review. Hey, I don't know what this was. It's for your lifetime. So it's nice to just be able to go back, and I still look at refreshers from, hey, is my resume up to par? Am I doing all these things? Because it's so easy to get a couple steps up and then maybe forget some of the basic things because, like, hey, you're getting callbacks, you're getting auditions, you booked the role, yes. And then it's been 6 months and now you're not getting callbacks and you're not getting auditions and you don't know what's going on. And so to go back and then keep building up with those foundations, like, it's incredible. I do this because I want you guys to not waste for the 3 or 4 months that I did to sign up for Hollywood Winners Circle, just because that's what I did. I found it in February. I was watching all her free videos and stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm good. I can just watch the free stuff and I can get by. And the free stuff is fantastic. Wendy Alane Wright cares, and she'll put so much information onto the YouTube videos and stuff that you can get a lot of good information, but to see everything in order, in breakdown, so you get a format, you get structure, so you're not aimless, especially for any of my former law enforcement, former military guys, anyone who likes structure and order and doesn't just want to waste their time. Trust me, the checklist to what to do, to what to follow, to what to go next, to who you should be talking to, that's in there. And so, like, please don't waste your time not doing Hollywood Winner Circle. You want to be in Hollywood Winner Circle. And if you have any questions, like, please, Wendy Alane Wright will help. Ask anybody who's worked with her, ask anybody who's listened to her, ask anybody who's studying or part of the Hollywood Winner Circle. There's a lot of us for a reason, and there's more every day, and hopefully that'll be you next.